Hello, ladies and gentlemen out there in the world watching the video. Still a weak start, but I'm rolling with it. Got some gameplay here of Fallout 4 to emphasize the fact that today I'm going to be talking about my personal game of the year for 2015, which happens to be, in fact, Fallout 4. Now, I was going to make a joke and say it wasn't Fallout 4, but let's be realistic here. Well, let's watch this gameplay, and you too will realize the truth. That is, Fallout 4 is amazing. That's not very compelling argument, so I'm going to run down some facts. Or not facts, but, things I like about the game. For starters, I'm already completely biased about Fallout, as I've played Fallout 3, I've played Fallout New Vegas, hundreds of hours each. I've played Fallout 1 and 2 on the PC. I never played Fallout Tactics, and I don't think I ever beat Fallout 2 on PC, but I have it, and I've played it enough to know that I like Fallout 3 in New Vegas and Fallout 4 better. So that's where I form my opinions there. But I just love the Fallout games. I already knew I was going to want this one, and so, got the Pip-Boy edition. Got my Pip-Boy that I don't wear, but I love to stare at and covet from across the room. And just coming out with the new Fallout game, I already knew I was going to be into it. I love the universe it's in. I love the lore. I love the environments. The war-torn, rusted-out everything. Everything's rusty. Everything's falling apart. Nothing has a good paint job anymore. I love that. I love the improvements they made over Fallout 3. Really, within the first 10 minutes of the game, you're already used to the graphics being the way they are. They're not perfect. They're not the best you've ever seen on Xbox One or PS4 or any of the new consoles, or specifically not on PC. With the mods they have for Skyrim, you can make Skyrim look better than Fallout 4. It's just a fact. But within 5 or 10 minutes, by the time you get out of the vault, you're used to it, and you're like, wow, this is actually really stinking beautiful. And that improvement was great. The improvements, gameplay-wise, though, are the biggest one I want to talk about. They streamlined everything. Everything's smoother. Everything works faster. Bringing out the Pip-Boy, as you saw there, right when I said that. The Pip-Boy comes up lickety-split. And I play on Xbox One, just so y'all know. So I'm, a dirty, filthy console casual, but I love it that way. And I play on Xbox One. I know the whole no mods thing's a bad deal, but I sure am used to it, and I sure do love it. So, saying that, it really is affected by the game being slow or not, like playing New Vegas on Xbox 360 or whatever. There are some horrendous load times. Those fixed in Fallout 4. I think the longest load time I ever had was like 30 seconds to a minute, which sounds ridiculous. Oh, 30 seconds, oh, that's forever. But, when you've been playing for 8 hours between loads or whatever, not really, but like half an hour to an hour between loading, between going in between doors, or like opening a new door in the game, it really isn't that bad at all. The load times are streamlined. The weapon play, the gameplay, handles so much better than it did before. It's like going to first gen Call of Duty and trying to play Black Ops 3. It's a completely different beast. And really, that's what, made the game feel fresh and new, is the fact that the shooting was so much better. The combat was so much different. The melee combat is it's such a different beast now than the ranged is. And as you can see here, there are a variety of different enemies in every battle. There's an Eyebot coming at me. They don't even have an attack, and then Eyebot's coming at me. The Assaultrons that are 100% Berserker mode. They really just changed the variety of combat to a point where you never really have to do the same thing for each fight. You get used to certain enemies. Obviously, if you play for hours on end, by the time you hit, level 50 or whatever, you're going to be extremely... Oh, shout out to Salty Lemon 250. You're going to be extremely used to, what am I trying to say? There's a super mutant, I'm going to stay back and shoot him in the head. Or there's a suicider, I'm going to shoot the bomb out of his arm. Or, hey, there's a Mirelurk, I'm going to wait until I can VATS it in the face. You get used to what you're doing. Or you stand on a car and fight a group of feral ghouls without getting hit. And getting used to that happens with every game. You can't fault Fallout for that. That's the way every game is. You ever played Halo? You ever played Call of Duty? There's 3 different kind of enemies in each game? This game's completely completely different. And the scenario here I'm portraying in this is something I cooked up myself. I found a Mirelurk queen that was in the water off the bay, and I lured it to this big raider camp I've been raiding this entire time. And there was this this racetrack here with all the robots, and it's full of raiders as well. And there's a bunch of loot everywhere. And I also pulled the Mirelurk queen over, so as you can see, her health bar is way down. That's because the raiders were doing the fighting for me, and I wasn't that high level at this point. I think I was only 20 something. And just stuff like this really made it fun. Shout out to Tomathon360. So I'm not going to talk much about the story, because, it's always going to be there in Fallout, and it's always going to disappoint some people, and it's always going to be really fun regardless, which is totally great. But as far as quests and whatnot go, this felt like just more of the same sort of thing as Fallout 3, which I really liked. Fallout 3 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Most people who played it and enjoyed it really enjoyed it, and if it was right up your alley like it is right up mine, Fallout 4 is going to be more of the same. Go here, talk to this NPC, do the same couple small different things in new environments with fresh people, and it's something you do get used to, but I don't think it gets boring to me. And because of that, I still enjoyed it in Fallout 4. And I played the whole campaign, and it finished like the, main quest line. It's not like a campaign, but main quest line. I think I was level 59 or 60. Like the last quest might have got me to level 60. And that I took my sweet time playing it. I actually ended up putting about 4 days in just to get through what I wanted to get through before I beat the main quest line. And that right there is probably why, without anything else even happening, that's got to be my game of the year. Just time spent in the game enjoying myself. It's off the charts. That's basically all I have to say about that. So Fallout 4 is my game of the year. I don't know if I made that good of an argument. I just kind of rambled on about stuff I liked. But if you have questions about more specific things I like about the game, leave a comment. Let me know. If you want to know anything else about my games of the year or any other games I played this year, leave a comment and let me know.